FM.
All right, a very wonderful and beautiful good morning to you, beautiful listeners of Badegi Radio 90.1 FM, the People Station. It's another Wednesday morning, the 19th day and the month of August 2026. And so the time check right about now is 21 minutes past the hour of 8, and we are very sorry for coming in late this morning. Like I apologized earlier that we had some technical difficulties, and that was why we have...
Tell the truth.
Yeah, so, Baba, is all technical.
Truth will bail you out.
Baba, it's still a technical...
Excuse me, it's technical, but tell them there is failure in AEDC transmission supply service.
All right.
Come out.
We had some, shortage of electrical, supply.
Power supply.
Power supply.
And therefore, you cannot afford diesel.
Which one is your problem? The ambassador is telling you what to say, and they are so economical.
He wants to play Oshun politics.
Okay, Oshun.
No, you want to play Oshun politics
inside the studio.
No, Baba, you have to be generous with the truth sometimes, Baba.
The truth will bail you out. Yes.
Okay.
The truth will bail you out.
So we should not...
Truth is constant according to Show Fodio.
Yes, it doesn't change. That's true. That's true. Say Baba, Kubelajin Baba. Jibala Baba.
So what is it?
So, Mr. Paya, good morning this morning.
Good morning.
The crew. First of all, first check whatever you are going to say so that you don't have an unsubstantiated claim. And then mind what language you are using so that you don't do what is not acceptable on the radio.
Exactly. That's true, Baba.
So because you are now being monitored.
So are you making...
No, not you per se.
No, we're speaking in parables.
Those who dance continuously celebrate are also celebrated in the heaven. It's true. Those who celebrate, those who are happy celebrating with the people, the Lord celebrates them as well. Abi? Pastor...
Say Baba.
So is that why you have a dancing governor?
Oh, yes. Why not?
And the whole of Osun State have been dancing.
No, they are dancing. They are celebrating. The celebration was continuously celebrated in the heaven. And the wicked is saying that if I were there, I pity him for saying that in a democracy.
I think wicked is the marketing because the song
are you sure?
Yes, now.
But how can you in a democracy say that if I were there, what are you talking about?
If the APC had wanted to win it
at all costs, announcing a fake result and then setting us on fire, is that celebration of success?
The president have decided choose to do the right thing instead of him to be celebrated.
Do you know one thing? As far as I'm concerned, I salute my president Bola Ahmed.
Yes.
I salute him for being a president of Nigeria, not a president of caucus of some few individuals. And I hope people are listening and marking this my statement. Take it to the bank. I celebrate Tinubu. It's a statement.
No, first it started with calling on the EFCC to
that hands off,
freeze the account of a few states.
Who sent them? Busybody.
And ask the security to
let me tell you, in public service, there are those who go beyond their normal public service parameters. In Kasauka, what will you do if your time is up? It's not monarchical. Public office is not monarchical.
Yes.
And then you cannot abuse your office by witch hunting anybody, by taking side. Somebody who's supposed to be neutral, a neutral assessor, cannot be a referee. Okay, look at the referee in the World Cup who gave away the match against Egypt to Argentina. This is a fact that is substantiated. It's not a lie.
It's not a lie.
It's not a make-up. We're not making it up. To the extent that they were calling for that match to be replayed. Can you remember?
Yes.
Okay.
Omoya,
Say Baba.
Which is not possible.
which is not possible.
Once the referee has blown the final
So
whistle.
how can you come and say, if I were given a go ahead, I could have gone there?
Then
16 governors were there. They couldn't overturn the results.
some senators.
Senate president was there.
So you FCT
So
minister.
I think with the wicked, the media need to ask him some certain questions.
Yeah.
Apaya.
If he say if we were
Apaya.
there,
Apaya.
is he going to make the state undemocratic?
I don't know.
If not undemocratic, I don't know. This is not your state. You understand?
It's
And
not,
the people,
and Adeleke is not Fubara.
it's not Mubarak. And if you say he's a dancing governor, people who appreciate the dancing. Based on the dancing, he's dancing and working, and people feel they are okay.
But Baba, you made mention of Fubara now. People are asking the question that what if Fubara had stood his ground and defected to another party? Would we have seen something like this that happened in Oshu State? Would the people be?
There will be more dead bodies.
You only,
Even in Oshu, over 40 were killed.
Yes, that's true.
We are not making it up. Go and check fast. Check that. Check.
All right.
Check how many people were killed pre-election in Oshu. Check chat GTP. Check. Confirm, please. Let me also confirm from my Chinese
Dipsic.
Dipsic, yes. Because I don't want anybody telling me I'm fabricating unsubstantiated facts. Let me check Chinese. They are very advanced. The Chinese softwares, the search power machines are very, very advanced. How many people killed in pre-election in Ocean? How many killed? Pre-election killings in Osun.
All right. Okay. All right. I think around it says the most comprehensive pre-election assessment is from the Kimpact Development Initiative (KDI), as they recorded 73 election-related violent incidents, and 29 deaths were recorded before the August 15 poll, according to the Guardian. And the Nigerian police had separately said it was investigating 30 suspected politically motivated killings linked to the election build-up. And that is a police caseload, not necessarily the 30 confirmed. While during the election, there were 14 fatalities, though it was not being stated whether they are killed yet or not, whether they were dead or not. But we have 29 deaths recorded before the August 15
And the police said 30.
The police said 30. They were investigating
That's
30.
under reference.
Yes.
And
Now, what I have here, I have a full detail of case by case.
All right.
August 13, a resident was killed and another injured in shooting just 2 days before election. Ilobu, mid-August 2026, a 14-year-old boy, Ezekiel Olakpade, was shot dead outside the local government secretariat. In Ewole, LGA, 5 people were killed, including the APC chairman. Earlier incident, that was earlier. So you see, they get case by case here. So in case somebody wants more details, we can provide, but we are not coming here to discuss
that.
violence. It's not
yes.
our job to do
The only thing, sometimes as a public figure, when you appear in the public, you mind some of your words, because what Wike is saying, if the president wanted to rig the election, they would have sent him. That means he is confirming to himself, to the media, that he's an election rigger. Because I don't know what magic you're going to do in a state that doesn't belong to you.
Apaya.
You understand?
Apaya. You know, we have a problem. And most of our problem is the problem of those who believe they can do and undo.
Yes.
And saying that if the president wanted to win the Osun State election at all costs, is the president in the race? Must the president win every state in the country?
No.
All right, we're talking about the presidency. Yes, we also had Atiku absent as party's candidate signed peace accord. You didn't have a representative.
Atiku absent from
Yes, wasn't Atiku and Makinde were absent.
But Makinde sent a representative.
Okay.
But Atiku didn't send any representative to that peace accord.
What happened?
So, Baba, what is going on in Atiku's camp?
And I don't think I don't know, from the last I checked, he has not advanced any reason.
Yeah, no reason at all for his absence.
But even the president that wasn't there, he sent
a representative.
The federal government.
It's a technical hitch.
Okay.
Probably the timing But I don't want to talk about it.
I was recalling. I said, "Wow, how I wish General Absalom Abubakar is around to just the way he championed that peace accord during the PDP APC, where we had President Jonathan.
I don't want to
throw in the towel even before time.
I don't want to.
So, like what you said, because some people are already saying, is it that Atiku is not going to come out on the ballot? Is he going to take a back seat?
I'm not the one to tell you. Because I don't want anybody accusing me of unsubstantiated
claims.
All right.
Including the ones that are there in the media.
Including the ones that are all over the place. Somebody will sit down somewhere and book something against you. I don't want that. Don't want anybody to insult me.
All right. All right, away from that, let's see some more stories on the newspaper. As we have Nigerians pay more for cement than African neighbors, according to the FCCPC. However, we are seeing a situation where we have limestone in huge deposits in the country. We're having the
cost of production, devaluation
of the naira.
That is it. There's a currency. There's an issue of currency.
All right. All right. So.
You are talking of costs.
Yes.
Have you decided to talk about the Gulf, the Hormuz?
The Strait of Hormuz, yes, but we have that one here where Donald Trump declares Strait of Hormuz as new U.S. territory. Yes, in his latest Truth social post, the 45th and 47th United States President Donald Trump has officially designated the Strait of Hormuz, formerly under Iranian control, as a new United States territory.
Be careful when you mention Trump, because Trump have supporters. Some people don't see anything wrong with Trump.
I'm just reading the headlines.
Not his own teaching.
Yes, it's on his own Truth social page.
He said at a time, Canada is part of US.
Yes.
He went on to say Greenland.
Greenland, yes.
He will take over Greenland.
Yeah.
Now he's taking over
Venezuela.
They have taken over Venezuela.
He's
thinking of taking over Cuba. I hope those who are listening will go and confirm this. If we are lying here, we are fast checking. Chat GTP is working here. We have a strong internet connectivity. We can check anything anywhere within the net. So look at it carefully. Have you ever seen, since Second World War, a sitting U.S. government taking over another country?
No.
No.
Since the American intervention in Iraq, on a cooked weapons of mass destruction. Did you? Have you got any?
Not any American person.
Now, what is the Strait of Hormuz? And what does it stand for? That is the important thing in the economy of the world economy, because 1/5 of the world energy and fertilizer come through that gap.
I think Iranians have using.
Listen, first of all, let's listen to this. Let's listen to this fact. Can you? Are you? Can I come?
Yes, we are with you, Baba.
All right, please. Is it playing?
Is shallower on Iran. Water depth just became the newest weapon in a Middle East standoff. The water in the Strait of Hormuz is shallower on Iran's side, deeper on Oman's side. Sounds random, but it's actually shaped decades of geopolitics. Since 1968, the International Maritime Organization set up shipping lanes here. Ships enter the Persian Gulf from Iran's side and exit from Oman's side. This ran smoothly for 60 years, but the lanes were never split 50-50. Oman got the bigger share. Why? Its water is deeper, up to 200 meters. Big oil tankers sit 25 meters deep underwater, so they need deep, safe water to pass through. Iran's side is shallower, sometimes just 30 to 70 meters, way riskier for these massive ships. So naturally, more of the route leaned toward Oman. Then America stepped in to protect shipping lanes, and that split the strait into two separate routes. One Iran-controlled, one the U.S. was protecting near Oman. Iran's argument, this used to be just me and Oman managing this. Where did America come from? There shouldn't be two separate routes here. After long negotiations, Iran and Oman have agreed on a new setup, confirmed by Iran's foreign ministry. Physically, ships go back to the old pattern, entering from Iran's side, exiting from Oman's side. But here's the real shift. Earlier, Iran only controlled entry, while Oman, backed by the US, controlled exit. Now, Iran gets a say on both sides. Why? Because controlling both ends of a shipping lane means leverage over trade, over oil tankers, over pressure in a crisis. Iran didn't want to be boxed into just half the strait. But Iran still can't run the whole thing alone. Oman's deep water is what big tankers actually need.
What do you understand?
Yes, I think, and
I hope those listening are now being taught the politics, the geopolitics, and the geography of the Gulf of Hormuz. The Iran shallower, you go in through Iran and you come out through Oman.
But now, Iran are having control of both entry and exit.
Because of its military capacity.
Yes, and for security of even Oman.
And then Donald Trump is saying that if Oman doesn't play game,
Yes.
they will bomb Oman.
Yes.
Have you heard?
Yes, that's what he said. And Iran has come out with their own. They've given 2 weeks ultimatum to the US to pack out of that place. If they refuse, the consequence will be first, they say they are going to dominate all those American bases which they have.
Now let's listen to the analysts, because so that we are not cut up without substantiating. Without a substantial.
Iran just set its own war deadline, not America's, Iran's, and the clock is already ticking. Here's what's on the table. While Trump tells the market a deal is close, Iran controls the Strait of Hormuz, and Iran is done waiting. An Iranian official told Reuters directly, "Meet our terms within the next few weeks, or we go on the offense." And Iran already told Reuters what that offense looks like. First, cutting the undersea internet cables that run beneath the Strait of Hormuz cables that connect the Middle East to the rest of the world. Second, occupying abandoned American military bases in Kuwait, bases Iran says were used to attack them. Why does Iran feel emboldened enough to say this out loud? Because they know something the American public is only now learning. The United States is out of interceptors, out of offensive weapons systems. So depleted that Trump is now rushing a $25 to $50 billion deal with Raytheon just to restock Tomahawks. And on Sunday night, the Wall Street Journal confirmed it. Iran's IRGC has already finished planning a preemptive strike on American and Israeli targets the moment this blockade doesn't end. So how does the administration respond to a nuclear-armed regime hardening its position? With a lie. Trump told Fox News he's opened a back channel with the IRGC that talks are underway. The IRGC's response was immediate and public. No such talks exist. They called it, quote, delusions and nightmares resulting from defeat and desperation in the war. Then Trump threatened to bomb Oman, the neutral mediator who negotiated a deal stronger than the original nuclear agreement. Then he told Iran to raise the white flag of surrender. Then, when asked about depleted American munitions, he blamed Biden for a war Trump himself started in February. And while the lies pile up, the cost is no longer theoretical. 5,000 sailors aboard the USS Abraham Lincoln have been deployed for 260 days with no port call. Sailors are reportedly losing 20 to 25 pounds. Some have jumped overboard. Senator Mark Kelly put it plainly. The president took this country to war without a strategic goal, without a plan, without a timeline, and without a way out. And now he's stuck because of his own incompetence. Here's the part nobody's saying out loud. While America's last aircraft carrier gets pulled out of the Pacific and redirected to clean up this mess, Xi Jinping chose this exact morning to announce China's, quote, reunification of the motherland, referring to Taiwan. That is not a coincidence. That is an adversary watching America's hands come off the wheel in real time. One administration manufacturing a war it can't finish, lying about back channels that don't exist, threatening allies who were trying to help, and starving its own sailors of food and dignity, while insisting everything is under control. So here's the question. When the United States is out of weapons, out of allies, and out of credibility, who exactly is supposed to be surrendering here?
If you have never...
Oh my God. What do you understand, Opaya?
The difference we are going to have in this war.
We are not manufacturing anything.
Yes. All this while.
I'm not manufacturing any issue here.
There are facts.
These are facts and they're available out there. Because the Abraham Lincoln has been on the sea for over 200, almost getting to a year. No food, no enough food. I didn't say it. It was reported. Check for me the carrier Abraham Lincoln, the condition on Lincoln, because some sailors are said to have jumped the ship. They are jumping into the sea.
Of course,
the food is bad. Everything is they are overstressed. They have no port call for over 200 days. Stressed, hungry. I mean, what's going on around the world? What's all this about?
I'm afraid the global
and everybody is keeping quiet. The NATO allies are not telling the truth. They are not telling Trump that it cannot continue.
And they fail to understand one thing. You know, Iran are not good at, it's not an empty threat. If you think it's an empty threat, then you must be sleeping, because all this while they have been on defensive, but now they are going offensive. They have been on the defensive, yet America have lost most of their, deceptors, interceptors. Now
they are radar systems. I hope those who are listening will appreciate
on the defensive
that the biggest radar was in Qatar.
Yes.
And the beginning of the war, it was destroyed. No, was it Bahrain? Yeah.
The people, they are on the defensive now. How did you want to go? And Trump keep on talking about this back channel communication. When you have the opportunity to face people, why don't you come up and tell the truth and do the right thing?
Have you got the status of Abraham Lincoln?
Yes, we are there already.
The carrier.
Yes,
tell the public.
The USS Abraham Lincoln CVN-72, which is a U.S. nuclear-powered ship. The USS Abraham Lincoln, it has been at sea for more than 260 days. An exceptionally long continuous deployment as it is operating in the Middle East as part of U.S. military operations against Iran. The carrier has reportedly experienced shortages of some food and basic supplies, along with complaints about water, plumbing, hygiene supplies, and mail disruptions. There are serious concerns about crew morale and mental health, including reports of sailors attempting to go overboard.
Jumping the ship.
Yes. The Navy has acknowledged the stresses of the deployment, but disputes claims that there has been an increase in suicidality. One sailor went overboard in early August, but was quickly recovered, treated aboard, and subsequently transferred off the ship. The Navy has not said publicly whether it was a suicide attempt yet. And despite all this, U.S. Central Command says the carrier remains operationally capable. It says the Lincoln Strike Group has conducted more than 10,000 aircraft flights and expended about £1.5 million of ordnance during the deployment. Though the USS George Washington is being moved from the Pacific towards the Middle East to relieve the Lincoln.
The Lincoln is pulling out. USS Abraham Lincoln is moving out.
Yes, why George Washington
is coming in and then leaving the
Pacific.
No, do you know the implication? That's why China is now saying they are going to take over Taiwan.
That's another issue there.
That is because it's a game. It's a strategic game. As they are moving the Abraham Lincoln out because of stress and failure of the system, inability to continue to function properly, and then bringing in George Washington from Pacific, that from China Basin, Yellow River. I mean Yellow Sea.
Okay.
Check, confirm. We are not making it up. The operational area of George Washington in the South China Sea. What is operational? Considering the Philippines, considering Korea, South Korea, Japan, that's Beijing and China.
So it's going to be so disastrous to the global economy, because as it is now, Iran are not backing down, and I think they are prepared. They are ready, like I said, to be very, very offensive, and that is going to be disastrous to the global economy. Look at now, they are saying they are going to take over all the base, all the American base now. they are going to use those bases now to begin to launch attack. And I'm sure all these Arab countries, none of them will dare, grant any support again to the United States because they knew that there's going to be consequences. You got in?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So it says the USS George Washington would depart its port in Da Nang, Vietnam, transit through the Singapore Strait, and sail through the Strait of Malacca into the Indian Ocean. Yes. That is the movement, it says. Yes, it's left Da Nang, Vietnam after a regional port visit.
After a port visit.
Yes, then it moved across
So it's
Singapore
docking.
Strait and through the Strait of Malacca alongside a cruiser and a destroyer. That is a choke point transit. While the current trajectory is it's entering the Indian Ocean en route to West Asia or Middle East operations.
It's en route to Middle East.
Yes.
And what is the political consequentiality of that?
Okay.
The strategic, ask for strategic manifestation of that. Ask them to tell us what is the strategic manifestation of that.
All right. The pullout of the USS George Washington from the Indo-Pacific shifts the focus from local carrier rotations to a broader strategic manifestation of American overstretch and its accompanying political consequences. Yes, the redeployment of the USS George Washington to relieve the USS Abraham Lincoln, which has been at sea for over 250 days, enforcing an Iranian blockade, is a tangible symptom of a heavily constrained U.S. Navy. The carrier gap dilemma. Moving the ship leaves the Western Pacific completely devoid of a forward-deployed U.S. aircraft carrier. This directly conflicts with the Pentagon's official grant strategy, which explicitly names the Indo-Pacific as the central primary theater for long-term competition against China.
Thank you very much.
Then the zero-sum posture. It demonstrates that U.S. naval capability operates on a zero-sum horizon. The U.S. cannot simultaneously fight or contain a hot conflict in the West Asia, that is the Iran war, while maintaining a visible, continuous deterrent posture in East Asia.
Yeah, zero-sum game. Or win or lose.
So the intelligence windfall for adversaries. Beijing and Tehran are actively tracking this movement. For Iran, outlasting a career structural and human endurance verify its strategy of attrition. For China, watching the U.S. scramble its assets provides highly valuable telemetry on American operational readiness and deployment.
And that's why Trump is even saying that joint exercise with South Korea to be reduced.
It's going to be reduced.
So
Yes.
I
From
hope,
10
I hope
days,
others that are having different view are also looking at the strategic aspect of this. This is academic and this is technical.
Exactly.
And you have to know it
Yes.
for you to analyze it.
Yes. So there's an erosion of allied assurance as regional allies, most notably Japan, South Korea, and
Thank
the
you.
Philippines.
And Japan, South Korea, and Philippines.
Philippines, yes.
I said exactly this before you read this confirmation. Huh?
of course.
Am I correct?
Very,
So
very.
we are not making it up.
No.
Go ahead.
So it says they face the unsettling realization that U.S. security guarantees are subject to sudden interruption due to crisis elsewhere. Though local military officials, such as those in the armed forces of the Philippines, have tried to downplay the shift by stating it won't impact scheduled Joint Defense Board exercises as the underlying political anxiety remains. Then we have the unreliable partner narrative. The gap provides an immediate rhetorical tool for Beijing. China can weaponize this redeployment to convince Southeast Asian nations that Washington is a distracted, overcommitted, and ultimately unreliable security partner when a crisis hits home. Then we have the domestic military friction.
Right.
Domestically, the rotation has generated political friction within the United States, as following reports of severe strain, mental health issues, and supply shortages among the Lincoln's crew. President Trump publicly dismissed concerns by posting that their deployment was not nearly long enough. This rhetoric has triggered intense political backlash from military families and lawmakers, exposing a growing rift between the executive administration's geopolitical demands and the real-world operational capacity of U.S. servicemen.
Thank you. Papa, you have anything to
Yes, I think yes are going to be fighting an intermittent war now. Because when you are having your issue within the Strait of Hormuz, you can see American president has now said that he is trying to re-amplify his relationship with North Korean president, and that is why he's now saying that they're going to reduce the number of days of the military exercise in South Korea. So I think, what will take Trump to just lower down and be a leader by example?
I don't know.
So that you don't be causing unnecessary war here and there.
The lovers of Trump don't see this as a problem.
But
they're cheering on.
Who is causing this problem with US?
Okay, wait. Hormuz, whose territory is it?
Yeah,
No. Let's listen.
Coming in, according to Reuters and the BBC, the President of the United States has just said something that no American president has said in the modern era, that after the war with Iran ends, the Strait of Hormuz will become United States territory. Not a base, not an alliance, territory. And Iran's response in the next 24 hours may be more revealing than the statement itself. Stay with me, because the real story is not what he said. It is what it exposes. Let us be precise about what is on the record. On August 14th, according to CNN and Fox News reporting, President Trump stated, and I quote the reporting, that he plans to declare the Strait of Hormuz U.S. territory once the conflict with Iran concludes. Iran, according to Al Jazeera and Reuters, rejected the claim within hours. Tehran's position, stated publicly, is that the strait remains under Iranian control and management. Two nations, one waterway, two entirely incompatible claims. And here is the first number you need to hold in your head. Roughly 20% of the world's seaborne oil passes through this narrow corridor every single day. 20%. Now, most commentary is focused on the wrong question. Most people are asking, can he actually do that? That is not the interesting question. The interesting question is, why say it at all? Why say it now? Because language in geopolitics is not decoration, it is leverage. When a head of state uses the word territory about a foreign waterway, analysts note that it functions as a signal to Tehran, to Beijing, to Moscow, to the Gulf monarchies, and to oil markets. It is a pressure instrument. And according to CNBC's reporting this week, oil markets already responded. Brent crude moved. Traders are not waiting for a formal declaration. They are pricing in the possibility. Here is what almost no one on your feed is explaining. There is a concept in strategic studies called choke point leverage. Empires, historically, do not need to occupy every country. They need to control the narrow passages through which the world's goods must travel. Suez, Malacca, Panama, Gibraltar, and Hormuz. Whoever controls the choke point controls the price of energy. Whoever controls the price of energy controls the cost of everything else: your fuel, your groceries, your electricity bill, your shipping costs. So when a president speaks about turning a choke point into territory, whether or not it is legally feasible, he is telling the world how he views the map. And that view, analysts suggest, may matter more than the policy itself, mounting posture. But it is also something else. Iran's leadership, according to reporting from PBS and Al Jazeera, is operating under a new supreme leader following the events of February 2026. New leaders, historically, face pressure to establish credibility quickly. And credibility in that political system is often established through public defiance rather than through compromise. So we may be watching two leaders on two sides, both of whom find it politically costly to step back. That is what analysts call an escalation trap. And here is the part that connects directly to you. According to Congressional Research Service data cited in public reporting, between February and May of this year, European natural gas prices rose 44%. Asian gas prices rose 66%.
All right.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Action.
Go ahead.
That shows up in what you pay at the pump, what you pay for heating, what you pay for the products shipped across oceans. When a choke point is disputed, the cost is not paid by the disputing powers first. It is paid by ordinary households everywhere. So where does this go? Analysts watching this closely suggest three broad paths. 1. The rhetoric cools, a narrow diplomatic channel opens, and the strait remains contested but functional. 2. Iran hardens its position. Traffic through the strait continues to fall, and oil markets absorb another shock. 3. The language of territory becomes policy language, and the region enters a phase for which there is no recent precedent. Which of these paths we are on, we may know within days, not months. So here's what I want you to think about. Words from a podium are not just words when they touch the world's most important waterway. They are pricing signals. They are pressure signals. They are political signals. And they reveal how power sees the map. The question is not whether the Strait of Hormuz will legally become United States territory. The question is what it means that the sentence was said out loud. So tell me in the comments.
I think he has failed to add one thing. There's going to be a military signal. Because who is going to do the boundary adjustment?
No.
How do you want to
how
map
much
out?
is, how much is a liter of petrol? No. That's what he's saying.
Yes. Yes.
When the statement is translated to action, how much is a liter of petrol? How much do you buy petrol now? A liter.
1,227 naira. In some places, 130.
How much is a liter of diesel?
2,000 naira. A liter.
And how much are we buying before this war?
I think we are buying it
700-800.
Yes.
At a time, 900 naira per liter.
Of course.
How much is the price of Jet A1? Check for me. Jet A1, the aviation fuel.
And that is why I'm telling you about global. There's going to be serious economic
We're in
crisis.
trouble.
Serious, because now that the
And
Iranian,
somebody is sitting down there that we are wrongly analyzing
and accusing Donald Trump. I don't know.
People don't go to school.
I don't know how you want to hijack. I don't know how you want to hijack that strategy.
All right, real quick, the Jet A1 fuel from Dangote refinery is approximately 1,650 naira per liter. However, retail and airport run prices to airline by marketers often range between 1,800 to 2,000 naira per liter.
Well, how much was Jet A1 before this crisis? How much was Jet A1 in January this year? Ask for me, please. Confirm for me. How much is Jet A1? Confirm. So that we know the differential as a result of this war of America against Iran.
The war that has not.
Yes, it was sold around 900 naira this year.
So, Jet A1 was 900. Now it's almost 2,000. Does it not increase your flight ticket cost?
Yes.
How much was Lagos to Abuja Lagos?
Definitely.
Excuse me, how much is Abuja Lagos in January and how much is Abuja Lagos round trip now?
All right.
If in one way, check for me.
All right.
If you can. But if we're right out of time.
Our time is up already. It's already 9 o'clock.
No, not the reason why.
Yes. But we can check that real quick. We
Check
can
for me quickly.
Okay, real quick.
In January, how much is Lagos Abuja, even though if it's a one-way ticket?
Okay.
Or any of the airline? Let's say Air Peace. How much are they charging?
We just hope world leaders should come together and speak, because this US-Iran war is not going to help, because the way and manner the President of America is even taking the whole world, the whole thing is laughable. I don't see
No,
how.
but when you say it's laughable,
Chubaba
no,
Tim,
excuse me.
How are you going to take over?
Excuse me.
the Strait of
when,
Hormuz?
when you say it's laughable, it's beyond being laughable. You see, the world we has been subjected to an unnecessary hardship.
All right, Baba, real quick. The period we review, the average price as at January was between 100,000 to 140,000, but as at today is between 210,000 to 310,000 naira.
How much is the increment? What the percentage increment?
Yes, that's around 100,000 naira thereabout. Yes,
Increment.
Baba, we don't have time again. Our time is fast spent. But real quick,
What is the increment? How much? Is it 100%?
not
Because the prices on the pump increase almost 100% in diesel and in Jet A1
More than 100%.
more than 100%. We have around the 116.7%.
More than 100%.
on
Alright,
tickets.
Yes, on tickets, yes. All right, listeners, Baba, I think that is how much we can take on the program this morning. Due to the short time that we had, we didn't have much time to, enjoy this
So, our
discussion.
listeners, we are sorry.
But hopefully,
We
yes,
are sorry. We are trying to fact check. We are trying to cross check our facts.
All right.
Sorry, it's a new dimension. And whatever we do here now, we are going to go and fact check and cross check to make sure nobody is cooking anything unsubstantiated, and to make sure nobody is saying something out of point, and to make sure we are doing the right thing.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody. Until we come your way again tomorrow to another standing edition of the program. Do enjoy the rest of your days. Up next is the time for the Badegi Radio Link, and we are having Dr. Kuso
Yes.
in the building. Yes, from the Niger State